My name is Violent J, and this is Shaggy Too Dope. Word is born. The bottom line is this. They can't stop Insane Clown Posse. All they did was throw gas on the fire by trying to silence us. It doesn't matter if we're with Island. It doesn't matter if we're with Hollywood. It doesn't matter if we're with Booty Butt Records. There's no stopping Insane Clown Posse, and there's no stopping the Dark Carnival, and that's the bottom line. Nobody can ever stop this.
On our mouth, but instead they put a megaphone up to it.
There's no stopping ICP. There's no stopping the Dark Carnival. I got 3,000 juggalos out there making sure that anybody wants to try to stop me, say it to my face. You can't stop Insane Clown Posse. Not on your deathbed will that happen. Whoa! Right, brother?
That's what I'm saying.
Think about it. You try to censor a band, America doesn't want it. They don't want to hear that. That's why we're blowing up. That's why we're selling out every venue we go to, because you can't censor anybody. It's not about ICP. We're just surfing the wave, that's all. You can't censor nobody. Disney can't even stop this giant. Not even the colossal giants they are. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. I grab Mickey and I grab Donald and I bang their heads together, wicked clown style, because today's music is what we do. This is today. This is watch TV. On sitcoms, for example. On sitcoms now, they say the word bitch every 5 minutes. They say asshole. Look at what's happening today. People are getting into more explicit stuff, you know? We've been having an overwhelming amount of success this whole tour. I'd say like 75% of every venue has been sold out. All these kids know the whole story of ICP long before Mickey Mouse came involved in it. They know the story about the Dark Carnival, and I love these kids, and these kids love us back, and this is the home of the Juggalos, and that's why we're here. We'll always play Detroit. We'll start and end tours in Detroit, and this is what we're all about, Detroit City. That's our whole backbone. Detroit is the home of the Insane Clown Posse. There's 3,000 juggalos out there that will testify to that. This is where we're from. This is where it started. We got lucky, because I'm a serial killer clown. But they don't want to shut me up, because if you shut me up, you got to shut them up, and you got to shut them up, and then we're under one big New World Order, and that sucks. You know what I mean? You don't hear us on the radio. You don't see us on nowhere. We do things our own way. You come into our world and you don't like it. Get the hell out. I don't go into the opera houses and tell you that they suck. I don't know anything about opera. That's why I leave them alone. You know what I mean? They come into our world, they'll tell you we suck. This music isn't for them. This music is for simply juggalos on the streets, 17, 18-year-old kids on the streets who've been busting their ass all week working. They want to go to a show. Disney can't even stop this giant. Not even the colossal giants they are. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. I grab Mickey and I grab Donald and I bang their heads together, wicked clown style, because there's no stopping ICP. There's no stopping the Dark Carnival.
See, Mickey Mouse tries to perpetrate, but he's really just a dirty rat in mouse clothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He comes from the alley sewers, and he's just as filthy and rotten as the wicked clowns. You know what I'm saying? He just tries hiding it with a little pink nose, and sock that pink nose off his face.
That's right. We first released the record like a regular band releases records, and then they go touring off it. And that only lasted 6 hours. Then they pulled the record off the shelves and tried to silence the juggalos. Not a chance in hell. We found a record label within a week. We would have found a record label within a day, but we was picky about it. And we went with Island because there's about 40 hot chicks working at Island, and that influenced us that was the place for the wicked clowns. So next thing you know, we're on Island Records. We released the album and jumped right back on the road like a regular band. I want to release the album and I want to tour. That's all I want to do. I don't care about nothing else, you know? And just because our lyrics are ruthless, hey, they came into our world. We're on tour in every city. Chants are breaking out. Fuck Disney before we go on. I don't want ICP to be all about Disney. You know what I'm saying? I don't want all that following us everywhere we go. I want to do things our own way. Just because Mickey Mouse is an infested little street rat, I don't want them to chant that every time I'm going on stage. I don't care about Mickey Mouse. I'll smack him in his face. Michael Eisner, the king of Disney, has got everybody under his wing living in fear. He's not the king of me. Bottom line is this. Hollywood Records is a good record company. They probably have golden platinums chilling on the wall. But the deal is, every time they get into something good, Disney comes and stops them. Disney's like the father to the label, and every time Hollywood gets something good, Disney comes and smacks them around. This is the deal, brother. What they need to do, Hollywood Records and Disney, they need to get the hell out of the music business, because this is what music is like now. They can put out the Mary Poppins soundtracks all they want on Disney Records, but don't cover up Disney and call it Hollywood Records and try to mess with today's music. Remember, they came to us. Do we send them a demo? They came to us. We were on Jive Records. Hollywood came to us. They said, we want to sign you guys. You said, we're with Jive for 5 more albums. They said, we want the band. So they bought our contract off Jive. People don't even know that. They bought our contract off Jive. They get paid an override from Hollywood, Jive does, to give them the rights to Insane Clown Posse. We don't care. Now we're chilling on Hollywood. We're like, I don't care if I'm on Butthole Records. I don't give a damn. I just want to release albums and sell records. That's all we're here for.
And don't let Disney fool you. They're still making money off the Wicked Clowns, though.
Oh, yeah.
They'll keep that in the
For
closet.
us to go to Island, we had to pay Hollywood an override. So every album we sell, Disney still gets paid. They just took their name off it, that's all, you know what I mean? But Disney has their hand in every cookie jar. They own ESPN, they own Miramax Films. They want to get paid off everybody. It don't matter if it's the Wicked Clowns or not. They want to get paid off everything. We had every record company. We were flying back and forth from New York to LA like royalty. Just choosing the label we wanted. Island Record had 40 hot chicks working there. That was my inspiration. But my manager wanted to go there because Island Record believes in the band and believes in the talent. We don't have any talent, but they believe in what we do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to call that talent. Island Records believes in the band, and that's why we went with them. A lot of people wanted to cash in on the present controversy. Who put the record out tomorrow? You guys are all over the news. Everybody will love you. You know, we want to, with the longevity of the band, who's going to be around 2 albums from now? You know what I mean? Island Records believes in that. Island Records is just that, a record company. They're in the world of music. They're with Polygram, owned by Polygram. They are in a music world. Disney is in a Snow White world. Don't come into the music world and try to sign us, put us out, yank us off the shelves, gank us here and there. You know what I mean? Get the hell out of the music business. That's why we went with Island. They know what they're doing. And rock and roll is always a step above what's happening elsewhere. When everybody went nuts when Elvis started shaking his pelvis, big deal. This is rock and roll. Rock and roll is always extreme. Rock and roll is always ruthless. Insane Clown Posse to Disney, it's like a fungus. Only thing is, we're growing now, and we're gonna cover the whole earth in our wicked fungus. There's no stopping us, and Disney knows that now. They had to learn the hard way.
So we'll just be on Disney's conscience, you know?
That's right.
Let Disney fear the Wicked Clowns, you know? Let them fear us, because we're coming for them, and we're gonna show everybody what they're about, you know?
You can't stop what we do. I don't care if it's Disney, I don't care if it's the government. I can't even be killed right now. I could get hit by a Mack truck, I'm immortal. I'll wake up the next day. There's no stopping this. It's censorship in America. It's not about us. It's about people. People don't want any censorship, even if they don't agree. I've got women groups behind us that hate our music but don't want to see anybody censored. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line, and that's why it's a beautiful thing.
What do I think? One last thing to say, not about Detroit so much, but just the nation. Hey, thank you, Disney.